Good day, I am Maria Cal de la Cruz from BSE Trivia Mathematics. So for this video, I will be your teacher on how will be solved real-world problem with the help of Q-tips. So what is Q-tips? Q-tips stands for Q, questions, T, thoughts, I, important information, P, plan, S, solution. So let's apply the Q-tips in real-life problem. So here we have, it takes you 4.5 hours to drive from your home to your favorite weekend getaway, which is 315 miles away. What is your average speed? First step, we need to find the speed. Second step, so the formula of distance is equal to rate times the quantity of time. Therefore, the operation we're gonna use is division. Third step, we need to look the important information, and those are 4.5 hours to drive or our time and 315 miles or our distance. And our fourth step, so now it's time to plan our solution. So distance is equal to 315, our rate is missing, time is equal to 4.5, and our formula is distance is equal to rate times time. So 315 is equal to rate times the 4.5. So our last step, we're gonna solve it by using distance formula. So distance is equal to rate times time. So we substitute 315 is equal to rate times the quantity of 4.5. So we divide both sides by 4.5 and we get rate is equal now to 70. If you go at a rate of 70 miles per hour for 4.5 hours, you would travel 315 miles. So our final answer, the average speed is 70 miles per hour. Now, to verify if the answer what is being asked from the problem, let's check it. So based on what we get, the distance 315 miles, rate is 70 miles per hour, our time is 4.5 hours. To check, let's use the distance formula and distribute the given to see if it's equal to 315. So our formula is distance is equal to rate times the time. So 315 is equal to the quantity of 70 times the quantity of 4.5. So 70 times 4.5 is equal to 315. Therefore, we get the correct answer. So that is how we use Q-tips. And I hope you have learned something in our topic. Thank you and God bless.
Good day, I am Lovely Dakis from BSE 3B Mathematics, and on this video I will serve as your teacher to teach you on how to solve real-world problems with the help of Q-tips. So what is Q-tips? Q-tips stands for Q, question. On this step, we should identify what is being asked from the problem. And to make sure that we surely understand, we can restate the question in our own words. And for the next, thoughts, T or thoughts, meaning what is the operation that we are gonna use to solve the problem. Then for I or important information, on this step, we will look and collect all the needed given to solve the problem. And for P or plan, it is where you decide a strategy to solve the problem. And for the last step, which is S or solution, it is where you will apply all the steps, especially the plan, to solve the problem. Also, this is the step where you will check back if you have understand and answered what is being asked from the problem. So now let's try to apply Q-tips in our real world problem. So here we have in the blueprints of rectangular room, the length is 1 inch more than 3 times the width. Find the dimension if the perimeter is 26 inches. So first step is to identify what is being asked. Since we already have the perimeter, all we need to do now is to find the measure of length and width. And for the next step, which is the thought, so the formula of perimeter is 2 length plus 2 width. Therefore, the operation that we're gonna use are multiplication and addition. And now on the third step, we need to look for the important information. And those are the length, which is 1 inch more than 3 times the width, and the perimeter is 26 inches. Now it's time to plan our solution. We know the length is 1 more than 3 times the width. So now we are gonna let x is equal to width. Therefore, our length will be equal to 3x plus 1. Then let's plug in the perimeter length and width, and it will be equal to 26 is equal to 2 times to the quantity of 3x plus 1 plus 2x. Now for the last step, we are gonna solve. First, let's distribute the given in the perimeter formula, which is P is equal to 2 length plus 2 width, and it will become 26 is equal to 2 times to the quantity of 3x plus 1 plus 2x. Then let's multiply, and it will become 26 is equal to 6x plus 2 plus 2x. Then combine like terms, and it will be 26 is equal to 8x plus 2. Then let's transpose 2 on the left side and subtract it from 26, and now we have 24 is equal to 8x. Divide both sides by 8, and we will get x is equal to 3. Since we already know the x, which is our width, we can find the length, which is 3x plus 1. Let's distribute, and it will become 3 times the quantity of 3 plus 1, and it is equal to 10. Therefore, the length and width of our rectangular room are 10 inches in length and 3 inches in width. Now, to verify if we answered what is being asked from the problem, let's check it. So based on what we get, the length is 10 inches and the width is 3 inches. And as given, the perimeter is 26 inches. To check, let's use the perimeter formula and let's distribute the given to see if it is equal to 26. So perimeter is equal to 2 length plus 2 width, which is 2 times the quantity of 10 plus 2 times the quantity of 3. And it is equal to 26. Therefore, we got the correct answer. So that is how we use Q tips. And I hope you learned something on this video. Once again, I am Lovely Dakis from BSE 3B Mathematics.
Good morning, everyone. I am India Glafi Nicolas from BSE 3B Mathematics. For today's video or task, I'm going to make a real-world problem from topics in grade 9 mathematics and solve it using the 5-step problem-solving strategy or Q-tips created by Adrienne Beard, T. Roberts, and Sharon Perdue. This is the problem that I made. Suppose that the area of a rectangular frame is 180 square centimeters and the length of it is 12 centimeters longer than the width. Find the width, length, and the perimeter of the rectangular frame. Following the Q-tips, let's solve this problem. First, let's start with the question. What is the question that is being asked in the problem or parts that are needed to find? Upon reading the problem, we know that the answers that we need to find are the measurements of the length, width, and perimeter of the rectangular frame. Let's underline it to emphasize. Second, thoughts. We need to know what operation or operations we should use. Since there's a word longer than, we know that we'll use addition. In addition, since we are talking about measurements, we know that probably we'll use all or some of the basic mathematical operations. Third, important information. Upon reading and analyzing the problem, there are numbers given that are needed in solving the problem. So, let's state the given. We have the area of the rectangular frame, which is 180 square centimeters. Length is 12 centimeters longer than the width, or L is equal to W plus 12. Fourth, plan. Since we already know the question that is being asked or parts that we needed to find, what operations we should use, and the given important information, we'll plan now on how to solve it. Based on the given information, it is a quadratic equation that can be solved by means of factoring. Since the area and the length is given, we'll write it as an equation following the formula in finding the area of rectangle, which is A is equal to length times width. So we'll have 108 is equal to the quantity of W plus 12 times W. Then, When we already solved the measurements of the length and the width, we can proceed in finding the perimeter using its formula P is equal to 2L plus 2 width. For the last step, which is the solution, we'll do the plan that we made on how to solve the problem. So first, let's find the value of W or width. Using the formula in finding the area of the rectangle, which is A is equal to length times width, we substitute the given information. We'll have 108 is equal to the quantity of W plus 12 times W. Multiplying the length and width, we'll have 108 is equal to W squared plus 12W. Next, we'll subtract 108 in both sides to make it equal to 0. So we'll have 108 minus 108 is equal to W squared plus 12W minus 108. 0 is equal to W squared plus 12W minus 108. Now that we have the quadratic equation, we just need to factor it to get the value of W. Moving on, let's find the factors of negative 108 who add up to 12, which are 18 and negative 6. So, the factor form of W squared plus 12W minus 96 is the quantity of W plus 18 times the quantity of W minus 6. Next, we'll set each factor to 0 to know what solution is the correct answer. So we'll have W plus 18 is equal to 0. W is equal to negative 18, or W minus 6 is equal to 0. W is equal to 6. Since we're talking about measurements, we'll get the value of W, which is equal to 6, since there is no such measurement who is negative. So our width now is 6 cm. Since we already know the width, let's find the length. L is equal to width plus 12. Length is equal to 6 plus 12, which is equal to 18, so our length is 18 cm. Since we already know the measurements of the length and width, we'll now find its perimeter. Using the formula P is equal to 2 length plus 2 width, substitute the values of length and width. We'll have P is equal to 2 times 18 plus 2 times 6. Simplifying it, we'll have P is equal to 48 centimeters. And that's it. We already solved the problem following the 5-step strategy or the Q-tips. Indeed, Q-tips is a great help or strategy in real problems. Thank you for watching and listening. Hope you learned something.
Good day everyone, especially to Sir Mark Renvillaflor. I'm Abigail de la Cruz from Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Mathematics, Section 3B from Nueva Ecija, University of Science and Technology in San Isidro. Welcome in our discussion in SEM 20. Now, let's proceed in our topic. And the topic for today is usage of Q-tips in math problem involves real-life situations that we're going to buy a shirt for 1,000 pesos, but the current price will be marked up by 50%. What will the new price of a shirt be after a 50% markup in the original price? Now, before we proceed in solving the problem, what is the meaning of Q-tips? Q means question, T, thoughts, I, important information, P for plans, and S for solution. The question, what will the new price of shirt be after a 50% markup if the original price is 1,000? 10 times pesos equals product plus minus pesos. That equals 1,000 pesos times 50% equals 500 plus 1,000. The answer will be 1,500 pesos. Now, let's proceed in thoughts. New price of a shirt after a 50% price markup. In important information, original price of shirt is 1,000 pesos. Price of shirt will be marked up by 50%. In plan, use multiplication method in order to compute the new selling price of the shirts. And the last part is solution. The original price of shirt times 50% equals new price of shirt. And that's all for today's discussion. Thank you for listening and I hope you learned.
Good day everyone, I am Precious Adeline M. Miranda from BSE 3B Mathematics. For today's video, let us discuss the Q-tips. And after that, I will give an example and we will solve it using Q-tips. But first, what is Q-tips? Q-tips is a strategy plan wherein we can help us to easily solve the problem by step-by-step process in mathematics or even in real-life situation. Q-tips have their own meaning by its acronym. So, Q stands for question, T stands for thoughts, I stands for important information, P stands for plan, and S stands for solution. So, here is the word problem. A mother is 3 times as old her daughter. 6 years ago, the mother age was 6 times that of her daughter. How old are they now? So, by the help of Q-tips, we will find first the Q or the question. So, analyzing and understanding the given question or problem is important in problem solving. So, we need to find the age of the mother and her daughter. If 6 years ago, the mother age was 6 times that of her daughter. The next step is thought. This step is to choose the right operation to be used in solving the word problem. In this word problem, we will be using multiplication and subtraction. The next step is important information. This step is the third step. This step is to list all the given numbers that needed to solve the problem. So, 6 years ago, the mother age was 6 times that of her daughter. So, let X represent the daughter age. And the 3X is the mother age. So, let's move on to plan. After the list and identify the given information, we will now proceed to planning. So, we will apply multiplication and subtraction to know the answer. So, here is the solution. 6 times the quantity of x minus 6 is equal to 3x minus 6. So, 6 times the quantity of x is equal to 6x minus 6 times the quantity of negative 6 is equal to negative 36 is equal to 3x minus 6. So, 6x minus 36 is equal to 3x minus 6. So, let's transpose the 36. So, 6x minus 3x is equal to 36 minus 6. So, 6x minus 3x is equal to 3x. So, 36 minus 6 is equal to 30. So, 3x is equal to 30. Let's divide both sides by 3. So, x is equal to 10. Therefore, the daughter's age is 10 years old and the mother age is 30 years old. And that would be all. Thank you for watching.
So, good day everyone, I'm Leilani Perez from BSE 3B Mathematics. So, for today's video, we will discuss about the real-world problems in quadratic equations, grade 9 mathematics. But before that, let's talk about the Q-tips for solving a real-world problem. For questions, we need to identify the question and analyze the problem. So, next is T. So it stands for thoughts, so we need to understand the problems and questions so that we will know what operation we'll use. So next is I stands for important informations. So we have to look the important details and informations needed in the problem to be solved. Next is P, which stands for plan. So here we are about to solve the problem using your strategies. And last is S, stands for solutions, which is here we are applying our strategies and plan that will answer our problems and questions. So now we will proceed to our real world problem in quadratic equations in grade 9 mathematics. So here the problem. So Mr. Perez traveled 60 miles per hour going to her workplace and 50 miles per hour coming back using same road. She drove total of 5 hours away and back. What is the distance from Mr. Perez's house to her workplace? So we will use distance formula. So let x be the distance traveled to the work. Then the time taken is given by distance divided by speed is equal to x over 60, and the time to return is given by the distance divided by speed is equal to 5 over 50. So, and the total time to travel and return is 5 hours. We will use t equals to d over s formula. So 5 is equal to 60x plus 50x over 60 multiplied by 50. So 60x plus 50x is equal to 100x over 60 times 5 is equal to 3000. So 5 is equal to 60x plus 50x over 60 multiplied by 50 is equal to 110 over 3000. So we will find the same divisible, or we find the divisible number for 110 and 3000. So 110 and 3000 is divisible by 10. So 110 will become 11 and 3000 will become 1500. So we have 11 over 300. Now we will cross multiply 5 times 11 over 300. So we will have 1500 over 11. Now we will divide them. So 1500 over 11 is 136.36. So our answer is 136.36.
Good day everyone, I'm Mariel J. Policarpio from BSE 3B Mathematics. For today's video, we will talk about Q-tips and we will have real-life problem example about grade 9 mathematics topic. And our chosen topic is about solving triangles. But before we proceed, let us talk about Q-tips. In Q-tips, Q is stand for questions, T is for thoughts, I is for important information, while P is for plan or problem, and last is S is for solution or sentence. So let us now proceed in our chosen topic or chosen real life problem about grade 9 mathematics. So our chosen topic is about triangles or solving the legs of triangles and so on. So what is our real life problem example? Our real life problem example is about solving the rafter length of a house, o kung meron dito tayong, kung mapapansin natin ay meron tayo ditong bahay or yung bubong ng bahay, at ang problem natin dito ay kung ano yung haba ng magiging bubong natin sa bahay na yon, kung ano yung dapat sukat ng yero. So let us solve this by the help or by the use of Q-tips. So Q, question, ano ba yung tanong dito o what is being asked? So, ang hinahanap sa atin dito ay kung ano yung rafter length o yun yung haba ng magiging bubong given yung taas at yung run or yung taas ng wall na dapat mabubungan o malagyan ng yero or ng bubong. So, let us proceed with letter T, which is thought. Ano ba yung mga operation natin maaaring gamitin dito? So, ang mga operation natin maaaring gamitin dito ay addition, squaring a number, and getting the square root of a number. So, let us now proceed with letter I, which is important information. So, what are those important information? Ang important information ay yung mga number o yung mga bagay na makakatutulong sa atin upang masolve ang ating problem. Yung mga bagay na gagamitin natin. So, let us proceed with letter P, which is plan or problem. What will be our plan? Ano ba yung plano natin para natin masolve ito? Kung mapapansin natin, yung kalahati ng bubong ng ating bahay ay right triangle, di ba? Ito yung tayog, ito yung bubong, at ito yung run. So, focus na tayo sa kalahati, at yung kalahati ay ganun din naman na magiging sukat kung ano yung makukuha nating sukat sa kabila. So, ang plan natin dito ay, kung mapapansin natin, ito ay right triangle. So, paano tayo mag-solve ng right triangle? So, by the use of Pythagorean theorem. Sa paggamit ng Pythagorean theorem, makukuha natin ang rafter length or the hypotenuse. So, let us solve this. Ano ba ang formula natin sa Pythagorean theorem? So, ang formula ay c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Where a is for run and a is for rise rather, and b is for the run. And c is for the rafter length or the hypotenuse. So, let us substitute. So, c squared is now equal to 5 squared plus 12 squared, because in our given value, ang rise natin ay 5 feet rather, and ang run natin ay 12 feet. So, nasubstitute na natin. C squared is equal to 5 squared plus 12 squared, where 5 squared is 25 and 12 squared is 144. So, we have now c squared is equal to 25 plus 144. C squared is now equal to 169. So, let us just get the square root of both sides. Square root of c squared is just c, is only c, and the square root of 169 is 13. So, let us proceed with letter S or the solution. Letter S, which is solution or the sentence. So, ang solution natin or ang magiging sagot natin sa ating problem ay, therefore, kung ang leg A natin o yung rise natin ay 5 feet at yung run natin ay 12 feet, ang magiging rafter length natin o yung tayog o yung haba na magiging yero or ng bubong ay magiging 13 feet. Dapat 13 feet yung yero natin para magsakto doon sa bubungan na bahay. So, yun nga, ang rise natin ay yung tayog ng bubong ng bahay, at yung run ay taas ng wall natin kung ano yung dapat mabubungan o malagyan ng yero. At yung rafter length, ayun nga yung haba ng bubong na dapat mailagay doon. So, that's it for today's video. I hope you learn. Mathematics is really everywhere. Thank you and God bless.
Hey everyone, I'm Arnold Amuro from BSE 3B Mathematics. For this video, we will give an example of real word problem in arithmetic sequence grade 10 using Q-tips strategy. First, what is Q-tips? Q stands for question, T stands for thoughts, I stands for important information, P stands for plan, and S stands for solution. This strategy we will use to make easier our word problem. So, we will use it in this problem. After knee surgery, your trainer tells you to return to your jogging program slowly. He suggests jogging for 12 minutes each for the first week. Each week thereafter, he suggests you increase that time by 6 minutes. How many weeks will it be before you are up to jogging 60 minutes per day? The question is, how many weeks will it be before you are up to jogging 60 minutes per day? The thoughts or what we will use is addition and multiplication because the problem set is increase. So we use the addition and multiplication. The next is we will get the given 12 minutes each for the first week, 6 minutes the increase, and 60 minutes. This is our code. So next is plan. We will solve this using arithmetic sequence formula. The arithmetic sequence formula is a sub n equals a sub 1 plus the quantity of n minus 1 times d. We have a 12 minutes for the first week. So, we will get the second one. A sub n equals a sub 1 plus the quantity of n minus 1 times d. We substitute a sub 2 plus equals rather 12 plus the quantity of 2 minus 1 times 6, the increase. A sub 2 equals 12 plus the quantity of 1 times 6 equals 12 plus 6 equals 18. This is the second one. We will have increase 6 per week. So, we add 6 to the next. So, the next is 24. And we add again 6, 30, and add 6, 36, and add 6, 42, and add 6, 48, and add 6, 54, and add 6 is 60. So, we will get 8 weeks before you are up to jogging 60 minutes per day. That's all. Thank you.